Evil Dead Burn has some tough box office competition, hot off the heels of Obsession and Backrooms, but does it measure up, and is it really as extreme as people are saying? I went to see it early, let's talk about it. But first, I'm Cinemas. For all things movies and makeup, follow along. The story centers around Alice, who loses her husband William in a gruesome car accident. When she visits her in-laws' family home post-funeral, tensions bubble and boil. Cue the deadites. Alice does make for a fitting lead, but the issue with her character and other characters in Evil Dead Burn is that they're just really not fleshed out enough before the onslaught begins. We have multiple fraught relationships being juggled, which I thought was really ambitious, and without investing in the characters, it just feels like a whole ball of violence. Speaking of violence, I'm going to put it out there, this was unrelenting, and I feel like a fitting addition to the French Extremity horror movement. The gore is gnarly. It's an intense watch and some really creative ways of inciting bloodshed, so I commend it on that. Watch with a packed out cinema and you're sure to hear gasps and OMGs. Sound design too was amazing, so coupled with jump scares, you'll be leaping out of your seat for sure. Conversely though, having heavy use of CGI was a little bit disappointing. I know we're post Sam Raimi, but there's plenty of productions right now that are using practical effects, and this did spoil it a little bit for me. This next bit delves into my biggest problem with the story, so if you don't want any more given away, click away now. The domestic violence element was dealt with an unnecessarily heavy hand repeatedly. You have not one, but two abused female characters, and I'm going to be honest here, it's an exploration that really shies away from elevation in favour of back-to-back extreme violence, which I felt was a little bit jarring. Comedy too as well felt a little off. While of course the originals go for this kind of cartoon, abstract feel, Evil Dead Rise opted for black comedy. Felt like the same was kind of attempted here, but it fell a little flat. The grandma having dementia and being the only source of comic relief was a little bit cheap. My verdict, if you head to a packed out screen and witness with a crowd, I'm sure it will be so much fun. But with 2013's Evil Dead and of course Rise to contend with, it doesn't quite measure up for me. Have you seen the movie, or will you see the movie? Let me know below.